Good evening from London. London's stock exchange momentum has continued today. The FTSE 100 index lifting another 41.55 points and is now back close to where it was prior to Russia's invasion of Ukraine just under a month ago. Analysts say this reflects an index which is relatively well positioned against the current backdrop. Banking stocks dominated rises board, with HSBC lifting 3%. Meanwhile, JD Sports fashion jumped 3% after last night's better-than-expected third-quarter results from Nike boosted confidence. Better-than-expected public finances have given way for Chancellor Rishi Sunak to ease the pressure on UK households at his spring statement tomorrow. Figures from the Office of National Statistics show that the budget deficit, that's the gap between spending and income, was running £26 billion below official forecasts in the first 11 months of the fiscal year. Borrowing was 52% below the record from April 2020 to February 2021, when public finances took a pandemic-induced hit. With March borrowing expected to be around £15 billion, the total deficit for the year is now likely to be around £153 billion, some £30 billion lower than the OBR forecast from last October. Shares in Asia Pacific were mostly higher on Tuesday as Hong Kong listed shares of Alibaba soared. By today's market close in Hong Kong, shares of Alibaba listed in the city were up 11.2%. Hong Kong's broader Hang Seng index led gains among the region's major markets as it climbed 3.15%. Meanwhile, shares of China Eastern Airways in Hong Kong dropped 2.5% after the carrier's Boeing 737 jet crashed in China on Monday. And a union is claiming Indian agency workers hired to replace P&O Ferries crews in Dover are being paid just £1.81 an hour. The Rail, Maritime and Transport Union said the low pay was a shocking exploitation and a betrayal of those who have been sacked. P&O said the figure was inaccurate but said it could not comment on how much agencies pay workers on ferries. Some of P&O's ferries are registered in Cyprus, meaning they do not have to pay the minimum wage required by UK law. Firms using UK ports often register ships in other countries, allowing them to pay lower wages. The minimum wage in the UK for people aged 23 and above is £8.91 per hour. And those are your main stories from London at close of business.